In this section, we want to revisit topics that we've already covered regarding linear equations, but now put those same ideas in the context of those being linear functions. To start off, we want to review the concept of slope. Anytime we have a linear equation, or look at the graph of a linear equation, we can read that graph from left to right and observe pretty easily if our graph is increasing, meaning as we read from left to right, the line is headed up. If we have an increasing line, then the slope of that line, m, should be greater than 0. As we read the graph from left to right, if we see that line is decreasing, meaning the line is headed down, then our slope m should be something less than 0. We also have cases for horizontal and vertical lines, but we're going to be focusing strictly on cases where our linear equation is increasing or decreasing. Looking at example 1, we want to use the equation y equals 2x minus 3 to first rewrite that equation as a function m of x. Linear equations are functions, so to do this, all we need to do is replace y with our function notation m of x and now we've rewritten that linear equation as a function which we've defined as the function m. Then in part B, we want to determine whether that function m is increasing or decreasing. To do that, we'll look at the slope of our line, which is always the coefficient of our variable term. So here we can say that the function is increasing because the slope which in this case is positive 2, is a positive value. In example 2, we want to do essentially the same thing, but we're starting off with a slightly different scenario. In example 1, our equation was already in slope-intercept form. Now we have a linear equation written in standard form, meaning the first thing we have to do is solve this equation for y. To do that, we'll add 4x to both sides, which will update our equation to be minus 2y is equal to negative 14 plus 4x. Then we'll divide both sides by negative 2 to get y by itself. Dividing each term by negative 2 on the right-hand side of the equation will give us positive 7 minus 2x. Now that we've rewritten the equation in slope-intercept form, we can replace y with our new function name of n. N of x is equal to 7 minus 2x. In part B, we want to determine whether the function is increasing or decreasing. Again, we'll look at the coefficient of our variable term, which in this case is negative. So this time we would say that our function is decreasing. Because the slope of negative 2 is a negative value.